Have you ever wondered why some people around you seem to lose respect for you, and you don't understand why? You might think you are behaving well, being polite, and living according to your principles, but the reality is sometimes different. It's your everyday attitudes and behaviors, often unnoticed by yourself, that slowly erode how others perceive you. In today's video, we will explore 9 attitudes and behaviors that can damage the respect and credibility others have for you. From arrogance and prolonged negativity to a lack of empathy or poor listening, each of these attitudes quietly affects how people perceive you. And at the end of the video, I'll share an important tip that could permanently change the way others see you. Let me share a special story. In ancient Greece, there was a famous philosopher named Diogenes. He lived in a barrel and was known for his blunt and bold attitude toward everyone. One day, Alexander the Great visited and asked him what he needed. Diogenes simply replied, "Yes, step aside. You are blocking my sunlight." This response was amusing, but it also serves as a perfect example of excessive arrogance. The first attitude on our list: confidence can attract, but arrogance pushes others away. Throughout this video, we will go through each attitude, analyzing its harm, the warning signs, and ways to correct it. You will see that earning respect does not rely solely on words, but stems from actions, consistency, and a way of living. Before we begin, remind yourself, to be respected, you must understand yourself, adjust your behavior, and create a lasting positive impression. Ready? Let's explore the 9 attitudes that cause others to lose respect for you. Attitude 1. Excessive arrogance is one of the fastest ways to make others lose respect for you. And the danger is that you might not even realize you've fallen into this trap. Arrogance shows up in many forms, always believing you're right, dismissing others' opinions, interrupting, or thinking that rules apply only to others. At first, it may look like confidence, but the key difference is that confidence attracts, while arrogance pushes people away. Imagine attending a party. Someone walks in, declaring themselves the most important person here, boasting about their achievements, and constantly interrupting others. Would you want to continue talking to them? Arrogance is like an overpowering spice. It irritates others and disrupts the balance of every relationship. Research from Icahn University and the University of Michigan shows that arrogance not only damages personal relationships, but also negatively affects work performance. Arrogant individuals often overestimate their own abilities and underestimate others, leading to poor decisions and bad outcomes. A clear example is an arrogant chef who serves a dish without tasting it first, resulting in a bland meal and disappointed customers. So how can you tell if you're being arrogant? If you frequently feel that you are always right, interrupt others, dismiss words of thanks or apologies, or believe you are somehow more special than others, chances are you are exhibiting this attitude. The good news is that arrogance can be corrected with humility. Humility doesn't mean belittling yourself. It means accurately recognizing your abilities and limits and being willing to learn from everyone, even those you might initially consider less than. Practicing humility is like exercising a muscle. It feels uncomfortable at first, but over time it makes you more attractive, credible, and respected. Today's challenge: observe yourself in conversations and check if you're trying to dominate others. Practice listening more than speaking. Remember, truly great people don't need to show off. They let their actions speak for themselves. Attitude 2. Prolonged negativity is an attitude that easily causes others to lose respect for you, yet it is often overlooked. You might not realize that constantly complaining, nitpicking flaws, or only focusing on the negative side of things quietly damages how others perceive you. Negativity is like chewing gum stuck under your shoe. At first, it's a minor annoyance, but the longer it stays, the more it spreads and becomes difficult to remove. Imagine a friend who constantly complains about work, friends, or even the smallest daily inconveniences. Each time they speak, you feel your energy drain, your spirit sag, and sometimes you just want to avoid them. Research from Stanford University shows that prolonged negative thinking increases cortisol, the stress hormone, leading to health issues such as heart problems, obesity, and depression. Negativity not only erodes others' goodwill, but also directly affects your own health. Fortunately, the attitude of negativity can be changed. One effective method is Martin Seligman's ABC technique. Adversity, identify the problem. Beliefs, recognize negative thinking. Consequences, observe its impact. By understanding the mechanics of your own thoughts, you can actively shift your perspective and focus on solutions rather than complaints. Another challenge is the 21-day no complaining rule by Will Bowen. The idea is that each time you complain, you switch a wristband or make a note, with the goal of going 21 consecutive days without complaining. This trains positive habits and raises awareness of the negative impact of your words. Stoicism teaches that it is not external conditions that disturb us, but the way we judge them. When you learn to shift from negativity to positivity, you are not only more respected by others, but also feel happier, more at peace, and stronger within. Attitude 3, lack of empathy. You might think that giving quick advice or not paying attention to others' feelings is normal, but in reality, this attitude makes people feel neglected and unvalued. Empathy is like the lubricant in the engine of human relationships. Without it, every connection experiences friction and risks being damaged. Imagine you've had a terrible day. Your boss yelled at you, your car broke down, and a sudden rain soaked you completely. You come home hoping to share your experience with someone, but your loved one says, "Everyone goes through this. Just get over it." How would you feel? Probably frustrated, disappointed, or even wanting to avoid them. This is exactly the harm caused by a lack of empathy. Research from Cambridge University shows that empathy is not just a nice-to-have social skill, but a survival factor. Ancestors with strong empathy were better at building relationships, cooperating, and surviving. In modern society, empathy helps you build trust, strengthen personal connections, and maintain a credible image. Fortunately, empathy can be trained. It's like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. When someone shares their difficulties, instead of immediately offering solutions or minimizing their feelings, try fully listening, reflecting back the emotions they are experiencing, and simply asking, "That must be difficult for you. How does it feel?" These questions and actions not only make others feel valued, but also increase the respect they have for you. Stoicism teaches that people are not harmed by the world, but by the way they perceive it. When you truly listen, empathize, and understand others, you not only avoid behaviors that repel people, but also build lasting relationships, earning long-term respect and goodwill from those around you. Attitude 4. Being inconsistent or unpredictable is an attitude that makes others lose respect for you, often without you realizing it. Imagine a friend who constantly changes decisions, makes promises but breaks them, is friendly one day and distant the next. This attitude is like building a house out of palm leaves in a storm, unstable, prone to collapse, and creating a sense of insecurity for everyone around you. Humans naturally prefer stability and the ability to predict others' behavior. When you are inconsistent, people don't know whether they can trust you or if you'll change unexpectedly. Research from the University of California shows that consistency in behavior and speech is crucial for building trust and long-lasting relationships. A lack of consistency can undermine all efforts at communication, collaboration, and connection. Stoicism reminds us that people earn respect not by boasting or showing off, but through stability, consistency, and keeping their promises. An inconsistent person often makes others wary and distrustful, while a steadfast person, even if ordinary, is always trusted and respected. For example, a colleague or friend who promises to help with something but keeps changing plans will frustrate others and erode trust. Conversely, if you commit to a small task and follow through consistently, people will recognize your reliability and gradually build your personal credibility. Today's challenge: observe yourself and identify areas where you often change decisions or fail to keep promises. Choose a small commitment, meeting a friend, replying to an email on time, or completing a daily task, and carry it out consistently this week. As Bruce Lee once said, "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." Consistency is the key to earning respect. Attitude 5. Lack of integrity. Integrity is the foundation for building respect from others. A lack of integrity, even in small ways, can cause you to lose credibility and negatively affect every relationship. Imagine a luxurious restaurant where the dishes look perfect, yet taste like cardboard when you try them. This is the image that represents a person who lacks integrity, outwardly polished but empty on the inside. Integrity is like the underlayer of one's character. People may not see it, but it determines how strong and stable a person truly is. Someone who lacks integrity, who lies, cheats, or speaks badly about others behind their back, will gradually lose the trust of everyone around them. Not only that, research from Harvard shows that companies with a strong culture of integrity not only create a happier working environment, but also achieve higher performance. Stoicism reminds us that happiness and respect come from the harmony between thoughts, words, and actions. When you lack integrity, this inner conflict destroys the way others see you, causing trust, respect, and credibility to fade over time. In contrast, living with integrity means doing the right thing even when no one is watching, and this creates a deep and lasting inner strength. For example, a colleague or friend who lacks integrity will quickly lose respect. Promises are not kept, attitudes are inconsistent, or there are dishonest actions at work. In contrast, someone who lives honestly and keeps their commitments, even when it is difficult, is always respected by others. Today's challenge: take a moment to examine yourself throughout this week. When facing any decision, ask yourself, does this action align with my values even when no one is watching? Start with small things such as keeping your promises or being honest with colleagues or friends. As Mahatma Gandhi once said, happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. Integrity is the key to earning respect, building credibility, and living fully with your true self. Attitude 6. Lack of responsibility is one of the attitudes that makes others lose respect for you quickly, and the concerning part is that it often appears as a daily habit you do not even notice. Imagine someone who is always late and blames traffic, or a colleague who never finishes work on time and blames fate or circumstances. This habit not only harms your personal credibility, but also creates the impression that you are unreliable. Stoicism reminds us that each person must take responsibility for their own actions. When you refuse to take responsibility, you give up control of your life and allow external events to dictate your direction. In contrast, someone who proactively takes responsibility is not only respected, but also gains control over their outcomes and their overall experience. Lack of responsibility also directly impacts relationships and career. Research from Stanford University shows that people who take responsibility for their own actions and decisions tend to be more successful, feel happier, and are more respected by colleagues as well as friends. They are the ones others want to work with because they know the results will be reliable. For example, in daily life, if you promise to help a friend or colleague with something, completing it on time shows that you are a reliable person. In contrast, constantly giving excuses, blaming others, or avoiding responsibility will cause you to become isolated and lose credibility. Today's challenge: observe one action that you often try to blame on something else or delay. Instead of avoiding it, take full responsibility and complete it on time. When you do this, you will notice an increase in respect from others, along with a stronger sense of confidence and control over your life. As George Bernard Shaw once said, "The people who get on in this world are the people who look for circumstances they want, and if they cannot find them, they make them." Responsibility is inner strength and the key to earning respect. Attitude 7. Disrespect for others' time. Imagine you are waiting for a friend to arrive for dinner. 15 minutes pass, 30 minutes, even an hour, and they still have not shown up. When they finally arrive, they offer only a vague apology. "Oh, I was just held up a little." The feeling of irritation and being disrespected appears immediately. Time is a precious asset, and when you waste someone else's time, you are sending a clear message. My time is more important than yours. Stoicism reminds us that respecting other people's time is a reflection of respecting yourself and your own discipline. A person who values the time of others is seen as trustworthy, admirable, and someone others want to work with. In contrast, being late, not keeping appointments, or making promises and then forgetting them will destroy your credibility and make you a source of frustration in the eyes of others. Learning to respect time is not only about showing up on time, but also about planning wisely, preparing in advance, and knowing when to say no when you are overloaded. Apply the 10-minute rule. Always arrive 10 minutes earlier than the appointment so you have time to prepare and avoid being late. Prepare everything the night before, from clothing and documents to the necessary items, so you are not caught off guard the next day. Richard Branson once said, "Respect is built through excellence, consistency, and respecting other people's time." When you value the time of others, you build credibility, create trust, and elevate your own dignity. Today's challenge: choose one appointment or task and commit to being on time, fully prepared, and not letting anyone wait for you. You will notice that respecting time is not only appreciated by others, but it also helps you take control of your own life, strengthening your self-discipline and long-term credibility. Attitude 8. Inability to listen. You may think you are participating in a conversation, but if you are only waiting for your turn to speak and not truly understanding the other person, you are sending the message that their feelings and thoughts do not matter. Listening is the foundation of respect and connection, and without it, every relationship becomes shallow and lacking in trust. Imagine you are attending a party and meet an expert in a field you know nothing about. Instead of talking about yourself, you ask sincere questions about their work and show interest in their experiences. By the end of the event, they tell you that you are the most interesting person they have spoken with, even though you barely said anything about yourself. This is the power of active listening. You create connection, make others feel valued, and elevate your own credibility. Studies show that the ability to listen actively helps build deeper relationships and improves the quality of communication. When you truly focus on what others are saying, ask relevant questions, and respond with empathy, you not only learn more, but also earn greater respect from those around you. Stoicism reminds us, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we may listen more than we speak. This means that in every conversation, listening should always take priority over speaking. Challenge yourself today. In your next conversation, instead of preparing your response, focus entirely on the person in front of you, acknowledging their emotions and viewpoints. When you can do this, respect naturally follows, relationships grow stronger, and you become a trustworthy presence in the eyes of others. Attitude 9. Lack of authenticity is the final attitude in the list of habits that make others lose respect for you. Many people try to change themselves to gain acceptance, hide their true thoughts, or pretend to agree with the majority. At first, this may seem helpful, but in the long run, it causes you to lose credibility and gradually erodes your own sense of self-worth. Imagine you are a social chameleon, constantly changing your personality to fit each situation. Others may be temporarily fooled, but over time, they will realize that you are not truly trustworthy. Inauthenticity erodes respect and creates distance, making it difficult to build lasting relationships. In contrast, authenticity, living true to your values, beliefs, and genuine nature, is the fastest way to earn respect. Research from the University of Cambridge shows that people who live authentically in their relationships tend to have higher levels of satisfaction and happiness, and they are more easily trusted and appreciated by others. Stoicism reminds us that character is a person's destiny, and only when you live truthfully with yourself can you create the right path in life. Practicing authenticity does not mean sharing every thought you have or behaving rudely, but acting in alignment with your values and keeping the promises you make to yourself. For example, in a conversation, instead of saying what you think others want to hear, respond honestly yet respectfully, maintaining your viewpoint without hurting anyone. Today's challenge: observe one behavior in which you used to pretend or lie in order to please others. Practice honesty in at least one situation today. When you live authentically, respect from others will naturally follow. Relationships will deepen, and you will preserve your personal dignity, a value that nothing can buy. We have just gone through the 9 attitudes that make others lose respect for you: excessive arrogance, prolonged negativity, lack of empathy, inconsistency, lack of integrity, lack of responsibility, disrespect for others' time, inability to listen, and lack of authenticity. Each of these attitudes has a quiet yet powerful impact, influencing how people perceive you, your social relationships, your work, and your personal credibility. Stoicism reminds us that respect cannot be bought. It must be built day by day through actions, attitudes, and consistency in the way we live. A person who is humble, optimistic, empathetic, consistent, honest, responsible, respectful of time, a good listener, and authentic will naturally be respected by others. In contrast, just one harmful habit repeated over and over is enough to diminish credibility and damage relationships. What matters most is awareness and action. You can begin by observing yourself, identify which attitude you fall into most often, and try changing it step by step. For example, if you tend to complain, try the ABC technique or the 21-day no complaint challenge. If you lack authenticity, start by expressing your true thoughts in safe situations. If you lack empathy, practice truly listening, asking questions, and understanding the emotions of others. Today's challenge for you: choose at least 2 attitudes you recognize in yourself and take specific actions to improve them over the next week. This is not a change that happens all at once, but a training process similar to building muscle: patient, consistent, and persistent. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you do not miss the upcoming lessons. Share this video with your friends, family, or colleagues so they too can recognize the attitudes that affect respect and work on improving themselves. Remember that respect from others begins with self-respect. Living with values, honesty, empathy, and consistency will not only earn you the respect of others, but also help you feel confident, peaceful, and fulfilled. The small habits you practice today will determine how people see you in the future. Take action now, because respect never appears on its own. You must create it day by day through your attitudes, words, and actions.